Hello, y'all. Come in, come in, come in. I don't know why this lighting makes my hair look like this. It's annoying me. But whatever. Come in, y'all. Come in. It's Friday night. I know some of y'all are out doing your thing. I'm still like, how did I cut my finger? But whatever. I know it's Friday night and y'all are doing your thing. But this is Joseph Rants. Season 5 of TheMcRaeKingz, Joseph Ed Rants, first episode. Hey, Reese Cup. Come on through, y'all. Come on through. It was two people in here. Now it's just me and you, Reese Cup. But that's fine. I need to talk to somebody that'll understand me anyway. That will understand where I'm coming from. Because I'm going to get under a lot of people's skin today. Or I might get under your skin. Because you might be me in a situation, which that should get up under your skin also. Not if you the other person I'm talking about, but if you me, that should get up under your skin as well. I know nobody's out here with the new that. Hey, Melissa. Well, we gonna get started in a minute. Y'all know normally my Joseph rants are, and it was going to be very woman empowering, but this week has been trying. So I changed what my whole Joseph rants was about. I changed it up to something totally different. Oh, you don't need to get nobody, Risico. Hey, Monte. You don't need to get nobody. Trust me. You don't. People just amaze me. Put it that way. People just amaze me. But that's all I'm going to say about that for right now. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. And as more people come through, they can come through. If not, then I'll catch you on a replay. So welcome to season 5 of TheMKingz. And I am His Majesty, Joseph McCrae. And this is the first episode of season 5, Joseph Rants. Hey, Tyrone and Famous. Now, like I said before, normally my Joseph Rants is I do women empowerment. Because when I started doing Joseph Rants, I just did that one day and like all the women went crazy and loved it. So whenever I do Joseph Rants, I try to keep it in that perspective. But tonight it's gonna be all empowering, everybody empowering, men, women, boys, girls, they, them, he, she, whatever you identify as, it's gonna empower you. Well, hopefully it does. Anyway, hopefully that's what I hope happens. Anyway, so y'all, I've had a long week. It has been a long week. It's been a short week, but a long week. And as my week started to close out, it started to get a little crazy. Why it started to get a little crazy? Because people was just, I'm trying to word this the right way. So let me say it like this. If I know you, that's fine. If you want to get on the phone and call me and talk to me, I don't have a problem with that. If you want to tell me about your life, I don't have a problem with that. But in actuality, unless you ask for my opinion about what you're saying to me, I don't have an opinion because it's your life. And I don't have an opinion of what you should or shouldn't do. Now, if you ask me, if you say, after all of this that I've said to you, Joe, what do you think? I can give you my thought process or my opinion at that point. But if you just talk to me, you could just be wanting to vent. So I don't have an opinion. What I won't do is constantly sit and let you call me every day and complain about the same thing over and over and over again. Because then I just feel like, okay, what are we going to do? Like, you done asked my opinion. You ain't taking my advice. So why am I sitting here just letting you complain over and over and over and over again? I can't. I'm not built for that. I'm not. Or if I call you and I vent to you about something, now all of a sudden you have all these opinions and you so opinionated and you have all the help for me in the world, but wasn't you the same person calling me that you couldn't find a problem for yourself, but now you have an answer for me? That's a little odd. I'm a little confused. Hey, Lisa. So I just, like, I'm just, oh, y'all, I don't even know how to verbalize what I want to say, to be honest with you. Um, well, I do know how to say it, but I don't know how. So, for example, I had somebody tell me a couple of weeks ago, you're stressed. I could just look at you and tell you're stressed. So you just go and I know you're stressed. And I wanted to say, yeah, because you're the one stressing me out. I'm stressed because of you. Hey, Melissa Mosley. I'm stressed because of you. I'm not stressed because of who you think I'm stressed, what I'm stressed by. I'm stressed because of you, because you're petty and you get on my nerves. And every time I turn around, you got something to say when ain't nobody asking for your opinion, nor do they need your opinion about anything. But you always got something to say. That's what I wanted to say. But I was like, okay, if you think I'm stressed, I'm not going, you know, whatever. Then I have people like, for example, my husband. Y'all know he calls me Papa. So Tramel has been concerned about me for a while. And he's like, Papa, you kind of lost your spark. You kind of lost your, you just, it's just like you don't want to do nothing. You just, and I said, Tramel, I mean, what do you expect? I had a stroke. I almost died. I fell and broke my knee. And in the process of falling and breaking my knee, I found out that I had I want to say a disease inside of me that was slowly killing me that I could have died from, but the stupid fucking doctors up in Rome, New York didn't want to pay attention to that. They just wanted to keep making it like I was crazy and didn't know what I was talking about. I was like, and then I come here and I have to have hernia surgery. So should I be sitting here with a smile on my face? Like, you know, I'm just the happiest camper in the world. And he was like, no, babe, you can't let that get you down. And, he tried to cheer me. Tramel's tactics are, sometimes they get on my nerves, I ain't gonna lie. But I appreciate them because Tramel is very bang in your face. He ain't gonna beat around the bush. He just gonna hit it where it comes. Like the other day, When I told him I didn't want to do something, he was like, "Oh, just because you're lazy." I said, "Why does that make me lazy? Because I don't want to do something over there. I want to do it over here. How does that make me lazy?" And he's like, "Well, we're not going to fight." Yes, we are, because this is what you said. So that's clearly what you meant. Just because I'm not moving around and running around with you the way you want me to run around with you don't mean that I'm lazy. So his heart means good. And I know from my own self that I can say things that, you know, are left field. And they don't really mean, I don't really mean them the way they come out of my mouth. I don't really mean them the way that they come out of my mouth. But where, he upstairs. This ain't his show tonight. This is my show. Melissa. Melissa Mosley, this is my show. Tramell ain't part of this. Did you see the title? Joseph Rants. So, you know, he means well. His delivery sometimes is not what I would want it to be. Sometimes. Most of the time it is. Sometimes it's a little raw. But because my delivery is raw sometimes, I can deal with that. You know, I just gotta reel him back in and check him real quick. And then he'll realize, well, he took what I said in a not so nice way, and that's not what I meant. So, you know, I say that to say, I've had other people say the same thing to me, that I've lost my spark, or that I don't seem like the Joe that they know because I'm not all jovial and happy. But they not taking into account, like I told him, all the things that happened to me. Like, you, what is it that you want me to do? Like, sit around and I just pretend like none of this stuff happened to me. Like, you know, I'm sitting here, all this side of me is dead. Well, I say dead, but it's kind of numb or has neuropathy, whatever you want to call it. And I'm supposed to just be jovial and, oh yes, let's go to the party. Let's go to the this and let's do this and let's do that is gone. And some way I do have to find that back. I do have to get that back. I do. But instead of asking me what's wrong, people want to assume what is wrong. And they're always wrong. Cause they go for all this shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They want to blame other people. They want to, oh, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. Oh, you could tell me. And by the time they finish putting you up against the damn rock, you could tell me. You don't have to be afraid. This is a safe place. You could tell me because they want you to be miserable and sad. Because I don't know why. I don't want to say because they're miserable and sad because I don't want to believe that of some of the people that I know. But I'm like, why do you want me to be miserable and sad? If I tell you that I'm fine, I'm fine. If you feel like I don't have a spark that I had before, why don't you ask the correct question? What's wrong? What is going on? Why is it always who did it? Why did they do it? First of all, if anybody that knows me knows, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. Okay? I've been like that since I was a kid. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me to make me sit in the corner like this, okay? Now life may make me sit in the corner like this, cause shit, you don't know what's gonna happen with life. Life comes and in a whirlwind and hit your ass left and right. But people ain't gonna make me sit in no corner like this and be some timid little humble little bitch. Cause I ain't never been that, never will be that. But, you know, there's some people in my life that seem to think that I'm some weak little bitch that just let people take advantage of me and use me and make me this little humble thing. Why? I don't know. Because they don't know who I am. They don't know who I am as a person. They think they do, but they don't know who I am as a person. My friends know me better than some people that have been in my life for 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 years. My friends know me better than that. So, you know, I just sit back and I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not explaining shit to people because it's none of your business at the end of the day. My happiness It's just that, my happiness. And like I said, people will sit there, and if ain't nothing wrong with you, by the time they done, you will think something is wrong with you because you could tell me. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be ashamed. I know something is wrong. Come on, you could tell me. Come on, just I know it. No, 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 you're not. No, no, you're not okay. No, you're not okay. I know you're not okay. And they will keep doing that to you until eventually you'll sit there and start believing that bullshit when you was fine before they opened their motherfucking mouth, but they still sitting there. No, no, you're not okay. I can tell. I can tell by the way you're sitting there with your head to the side. You're not okay. I know you're not okay. You can tell me. This is a safe space. I want to help. Yes, I do. I want to help. And by the time they're done, you done concocted something in your head. Well, the other day when I was getting my mail, my next door neighbor looked at me, and I'm trying to get along with him, but he looked at me like he wanted to hurt me, and now I just don't know what to do. And rightly so. And, then that now I don't know what to do. And meanwhile, before you sat at that table with them, there was nothing wrong with you. You was perfectly fine. And it is what it is. But people will sit and insist that something is wrong with you because they know something is wrong with you. And, they just know something is wrong with you. And they're going to fix it. Really? But ask them, can they fix their own life? Hey, Trisha. Ask them, can they fix their own life? See, this is why I normally don't even talk to people that talk to me. Because once you talk to me and you can't fix your own life, there ain't nothing you could do for me. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because you don't have the answers for yourself. So you sure don't have the answers for me. That's just, hey, Erica. That's just the way I've always been. Like, I've always been that person that they friends call them and tell them what's wrong and go through the gamut, whether it be family life, relationships, whatever the case may be. And once you do that with me, you don't ever have to worry about me calling. If I call you, it's because my back is really up against the wall and I really need to vent. And all I'm doing is venting. I don't want a response. I don't want to answer. I don't want nothing. And then the worst thing you could do is just volunteer your opinion, especially when I didn't ask for it. Because I'm like, bitch, mind your business. I didn't ask you. I could care less what you think. I don't want to know what you think. I don't care what you think. Figure out your own life. Figure out what's going on. Do you even have a life? Like, I don't have time. I deal with it everyday Joseph because I stay quiet. They assume. Right. And people do it to Tremel too. Because Tremel be hype. And it be, I know you got an attitude. And he's like, no, I don't have an attitude. I know you got an attitude. See, unlike me, Tremel, when you keep telling him that, he's going to get an attitude and then he's going to go to 100 and then you have a problem. If he tells you he's not mad or he don't have an attitude, roll with it and let it be. But people can't do that. They want to insist that something is wrong with you, or they want to insist they know something is wrong with you. You don't know me like that. Maybe you're the problem. Did you ever stop to think about that? Did you ever stop to think with your narcissistic ass that you're the problem? You're the problem. Especially the person that told me I was stressed. Like, I was like, stressed? You're stressing me. You're stressing me right now, telling me that I'm stressed. Hey, Monica. I don't understand. I don't understand why people need to put themselves in your life, especially when you're not asking for the help. It's one thing if you ask for help. If you ask for help or you ask for someone's opinion, then you get what you get. You get what you get. By all means, you get what you get. But when you don't ask for a person's opinion or you don't ask for people to interject themselves in your life, but they want to do it all the time because they swear they know Something ain't right. Something ain't right. You know what ain't right? Do I need to say it again? I had a stroke. I almost died from a colonoscopy. I fell and broke my knee. In the process of falling and breaking my knee, I found out that I had a disease in my stomach that could have killed me. And then I moved to a whole nother state thinking I'm going to get it together. And I get pissed off and twist a hernia in my stomach and have to have hernia surgery. And then add insult to injury. After I had the hernia surgery, when I could have had the catheter taken out for the home dialysis, no, because I figured I'm going to go back to home dialysis. But I realized that going back to the center is better for me. So I have to then turn around and go back and have surgery again to have the catheter taken out of me. And you want me to sit around with a smile on my face like fucking Tinkerbell and be the happiest little fucking fairy alive? That won't happen, honey. My whole mental state is like in a whole nother place. I almost died 3 times from 2020 to 2021. 3 times I almost died. And you want me to sit here with a smile on my face? Yes, I'm happy that I'm still here and I can have a Joseph Rants with you guys and that I didn't die. But that don't mean that I want to sit around like, hey everybody, how y'all doing? What's going on? For no reason. Now, if I'm in a party setting, that's a whole nother story. And even Tremellis told me, he's like, babe, when you go out, you just look like you angry and like you don't want to be there. I have to work on that because my mind be in a whole nother place. My mind be in a whole nother place. But people don't want to take that into consideration. It's always something or somebody that upset me or something or somebody that made me unhappy or something or somebody that did something to me that I'm scared to tell somebody. Like I'm fucking 15 years old and can't handle myself. Like, come on now. That's a lot for anybody to go through. But of course, they ain't been through it. So, to them, it's no big, they couldn't possibly be those things. I'm getting bullied. As big as I am, I'm getting bullied. As fierce as my mouth is, I'm getting bullied. Yeah, right. Okay. I'm scared to say no. I'm scared to go on about my business. I'm scared to just tell a motherfucker kiss my ass and keep it moving. No. Now, I will say this. I'm not as quick to jump the gun as I used to be. The old me, as soon as you looked at me the wrong way, it was like, fuck you, bitch. Now, I relax for a minute because I realize I don't need to jump the gun all the time. I don't need to be on 100 all the time. I don't need to, as soon as something happens, just boom, bang, pop the way I used to. So that's different. And maybe people that see me and know me and see that I'm a little bit more calm and subdued, maybe that's why they think something ain't right. Or sometimes they think, because I'm not as popish, or when I walk in the room, I don't feel like commanding attention when I walk in the room. When I walk in the room, I think everybody looking at me because I can't walk in the room the way that I used to walk in the room. I didn't walk. I sashayed. I sashayed in the room. I never walked in the room. Now I walk in the room, and I can barely do that. My little cripple ass. Ooh, let me stop, because I'm far from crippled. But now I walk in the room, honey, because I have no choice, because I can't sashay into the room like I used to, honey, with my head held up high, smelling like an air freshener, and everybody wanting to know who's that bitch walking in here thinking they're the shit. Now I walk in the room like, direct me to the nearest chair, bitch, before I fall. But I'm making jest of it, I'm making jest of it. But these are the things that people don't take into account when they want to sit and say something is wrong with me. These are the things they don't take into account that are mentally in my head at the time. But they want to blame other things and everybody else around me, and it's like, what? don't you think it's the obvious things that's wrong with me? Maybe if you can give me a fix to, this numbness on this side of my body, or, help me keep my balance a little better so I don't have to hold my husband's shoulder when I walk into a room, or, I don't understand. I don't understand. But this is what people will do. People will sit and all the obvious things around you, those ain't that ain't what's bothering you. See, you gotta listen to what's coming out their mouth. Because what's coming out their mouth is how they really feel about things, people, and situations that you're in. Because, like in my situation with all of this, those should be the first things that come out of your mouth. I know you've been through a lot, but you got to get your flair back. You got to get your spark back. You got to get, that should be the first thing coming out of your mouth. Now, ooh, this person is bothering you. That situation is bothering you. I know it's this. I know it's that. Because, see, you just telling me right there what your problems are in my life. But what situations you feel you don't like in my life. And those are none of my business. Those are your business. Because they don't affect me one way or another. Because I could care less. See, y'all got to listen. I tell Tramel all the time. Like, Tramel is very a surface person. Like, if you give him $100, he's going to say, oh, Melissa gave me $100. But in his hand, I see that little 100 slipped a little bit. And I'm like, did you look under the 100, Tramel? And then he's like, no, but look under the 100. And then he might find another 200, another 50, another 20. Because Tramel is very surface. Me, I'm looking beyond that. See, I look beyond the surface. I don't just take people for face value, honey, because I know that lurking somewhere in your little mind is some bullshit that I need to dissect real quick. So when you want to sit and tell me that, oh, I know something's wrong because such and so and so, see, such and so is what's bothering you with my life. And that's not my problem. That's your problem. And we're not going to discuss it. We're not going to have a conversation about it because I don't give a fuck what you think because I never asked you about your opinion about that situation. And that's what y'all have to do. Y'all have to realize what people are really doing to you. When people come to you and say, oh, I know what's bothering you, such and such and so and so. No, that's not what's bothering me. That's what's bothering you about my life. And we're not going to discuss that because that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. That's a you problem. That's not a me problem. And y'all know people have done it to you. People have walked, I know something's wrong with you. Is it because such and such and so and so? And you be like, no. But see, that's what's bothering them about your life. That's what's bothering them about your life. And they want you to talk about it so that they can insert their opinion in it. I don't want your opinion because it's not my problem. Because it ain't bothering me. I ain't got a problem with it. So we don't need to discuss nothing about it. Because I ain't got a problem with it. Next. You want to pick something else that's bothering you with my life that you want to let me know is a problem for you? Like, I don't understand. This is why I stay away from people. I tell y'all all the time, I'm not a people person, but people love me. People gravitate towards me. And then I have to sit there and be nice to them. Because they ain't never did nothing to me where I should be rude and mean to say, shoo, bitch, go on about your business. So I have to be nice to people. But I promise y'all, I could be sitting there looking like I'm the next killer that Monica going to talk about or Monica views the news. And everybody in the room will come to me and be just talking to me. And I'm like, is this a curse that I got because my daddy's a minister? And people gravitated towards him for his ministry. So I kind of like got this gift of people gravitating towards me to talk to me and want to be my friend and want to get to know me. And it annoys me to no end. You have no idea. It annoys me to know, but I'm pleasant. The one thing people can never say is that I'm rude to them. And now, if they rude to me, I'm rude to them. But if you ain't rude to me, I promise you, I will sit there and talk to you all night and give you the best conversation you ever had in your life, because that's just who I am as a person. I treat people the way that I want to be treated, and I never know. You never know who may need a word from you. You may never know who you entertain. The Bible says we entertain angels all the time. They could be angels just testing me out to see what I'm gonna do. They could just be people that might need a word. They might just need. It could be somebody that just, maybe they were gonna go home and do something to themselves, but said if somebody at this party talked to me tonight and be nice to me, I'm gonna live my life. And so that's why I'm not mean to people. I'm not as much as I'm not a people person. I will sit and entertain anybody because that's just who I am. Because if it was me, I've been in a depressed state. I've been in a lonely state. I've been in states where people have, like I said, they gravitate towards me. They have entertained me for an evening. Didn't know they were entertaining me for an evening because I sat there and they didn't know nothing was wrong with me. So, I don't treat people mean or bad or anything like that, even though I'm not a people person. But I try to treat everybody the way that I would want to be treated, how I would want to be treated, because I only think that is right. Especially if people didn't do nothing to you. I'm not. I've seen people be mean to people, and I'm just sitting there like, why are you being mean to them? They ain't even. All they said was hello. Like, damn, you that hard up right now? Your life is that fucked up that you gotta treat them like that? Like, come on now, it ain't that serious. Like, I'm not. I can't. I can't. I've never been a person. I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't raised to be mean to people that, I wasn't raised to be mean to people that was mean to me. It's just that's a choice that I've made in my life. Because I'm not going to be nice to nobody who ain't nice to me. And that's just the way it is. I don't care about no Bible. I don't care what nobody didn't tell me. I didn't care what my grandma told me or my mama told me. If you treated me mean, I was treating you mean back. And I'm still the same way to this day. If you treat me mean, I'm treating you mean. I ain't treating nobody nice that treat me bad. It just ain't going to happen. It just ain't going to happen. It ain't in my bloodstream. It ain't in my system. It ain't in my mind. It ain't in my spirit to be nice to people that ain't nice to me. It's just what it is. It just is what it is. I can't. I've tried, and it has eaten me alive. It felt like there was an alligator inside of me, just eating my whole insides alive, honey. And I couldn't do it no more. And I ended up punching a bitch in the face because I couldn't take it no more. I couldn't take being nice to his ass. I couldn't do it. And I had to punch the bitch in the mouth because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It ain't in me. I ain't built that way. I ain't built like my husband, on the other hand, he's built like that. I applaud him. Tremel is built like that. Tremel can be nice to the meanest people to him, and I'll be sitting there like, are you serious right now? You can't be serious. You cannot be serious. Punch that bitch in the face. Curse that bitch out now. And he be like, no, Papa, I know what I'm doing. Just let me. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Because I'll be ready to curse them out. And he be like, no, Papa, no. No, don't curse them out. I know what I'm doing. I know. I'm like, ooh, baby, it couldn't be me. But I can't lie. That's a part of Tremel that I like. I like the fact that he can be nice to people that are mean to him. But sometimes, honey, the only thing that saves some of you people is my husband. Because I was ready to let loose the juice. The only thing that saved you is my husband. Hey, Margaret. The only thing that saved you was my husband, because I was ready to let loose the juice, honey, and he kept telling me no, 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 no. But I don't have that in me. So my message for y'all tonight is stop letting people. I told you I don't know. I basically know how to say what I want to say, but at the same token, I don't know how to say what I want to say. But I'm going to say stop letting people make you think something is wrong with you when there's nothing wrong with you. Stop letting people coerce a conversation out of you about what they think is wrong with you in your life when you know that's not what's wrong with you in your life, and they're just letting you know what they think is wrong with your life. You can control those conversations. You are in control of those things. You have to stop letting people manipulate you into doing what it is that they want you to do. Remember, this is your arena. The only way the game can be played is if you play it. They can't come in your arena and just start blowing the whistle saying game started. No. The game can only start when I want it to start. It can't start just because you want it to start. It can't. But a lot of times we get played into playing games the way they want us to play them. They come into our arena and they throw the ball first, and we go running for the ball, and they catch the ball and then kick it into the field goal, and we stand there looking stupid like, wait a minute, I'm not going to lose on my own field. But you are, because you let them blow the whistle and kick the ball. You need to blow the whistle and kick the ball. You need to have the upper hand. You need to realize, don't sit there and let somebody I know something is wrong. I know something is wrong. I know something is wrong. And you know damn well ain't nothing wrong with you. Because if a person tell you enough times something is wrong, you believe something is wrong. I have that problem with my sibling. Right. If you keep letting somebody tell you something is wrong, you eventually will believe something is wrong. Because you'll start thinking, well, maybe something is wrong. Maybe they see something that I don't. And maybe, the other day, da, 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 ain't nothing wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you, and ain't nothing wrong with you. Tell them to kick rocks. Tell them something wrong with them. Flip it on their ass. What's wrong with you, bitch? Ain't nothing wrong with me. Oh, then why you sitting there asking me what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You don't look all that well. You look like you going through something. Flip it on their ass and see how quick they get offended. What do you mean I look like I'm going? Child, you look like you going through something. You want to talk about it? I ain't got nothing I want to talk about. Okay, well, neither do I. So why we having this conversation? You see how easy that was? You see how easy that was? Flip it on their ass. And watch how quick they get offended. But when they come to you, you ain't supposed to get offended. You're supposed to just be okay with the fact that somebody want to sit and tell you something wrong with you and what have you. Or like I said, in my case, you know, if you know what I've been through, then that should be your first words out of your mouth. Are you okay with all that you've been through? Like, is that playing an emotional toll on you or something like that? Not picking different pieces of my life to decide that you want to talk about because you don't like those pieces of my life. So those are the things that has to be wrong with me, not just the mere fact of the last thing I've been through for the last 2 years of my life. But y'all, I'm going to get out of here. I just wanted to give y'all a quick Joseph Rants. My next Joseph Rants will be woman empowerment. I already know what I'm going to talk about. I already got it down packed. It was going to be tonight, but what I talked about tonight was getting on my nerves. It was irking me a little bit. And I needed to vent to all of you. I needed to vent to all of you and get that out of my system. So that was my first Joseph Rant. Woman Melissa said, I'm that bee looking back at that bull telling them they better go get their trash and take their insurance. Right, 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 Melissa. I ain't got time for all of that. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, yo, my next Joseph Rants will be. I know y'all like when I do women empowerment, so I'm going to do a woman empowerment. I already know what I'm going to talk about. I already got it under wraps. Um, and I may even repeat some of the first one that I did for those of you that didn't hear that one. Um, for some of you, because I did that a long time ago, back in 2020, I believe, or 2021. I did that one back then. So I may even bring some of that into the new one. This is season 5 of the TheMcRaeKingz. Um, my part 2 of how we met should be on between tomorrow and Sunday because it's a two part. So I'm not sure how Tramel is going to upload it. I'm not sure if he's going to upload it as one whole video or if he's going to upload it as a part 1 and a part 2. If it's uploaded as a part 1 and part 2, it'll be premiered so that you guys won't miss it. But trust me, my video is hilarious because I kind of made him upset a little bit. But who would I be if I didn't upset my husband? But look out for that part 2 to when we met. I know you guys will enjoy it. Like I said, it should either be coming out tomorrow or Sunday. And then next week, we are doing Newark Pride. There's a bunch of Pride events from Monday through Sunday. There are a bunch of Pride events happening next week in Newark. We will probably go to some of them, not all of them. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Melissa. We probably will go to some of them, not all of them, because we don't have money to go to all of them. But you can fix that and Cash App us. No, I'm joking. But yeah, there's a lot of Pride events next week, and then after next week, the next Pride events are in August for Jersey City. Next week is Newark. So, with that being said, you guys watch us on all social media platforms. You know what they are: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and of course, right here on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit that thumbs up. That will be the like button. And if you want to become part of the McCrae Kingdom, then definitely hit that join button and become a lord or a lady or a knight at our round table, because in 2022, membership will have its privileges. And the first perk that you members are going to get is to learn how to make stuffed catfish, fried stuffed catfish. That will be premiering next month for members only. So if you're a member, you will be seeing that. And what else? I would tell you to go to McCraeKingz Boutique, but we're about to put a bunch of new stuff in there. So you can go there if you want. I believe it's still up. I don't believe Tramel took it down yet. And you can see some of the old merchandise, but there is going to be some new merchandise coming real soon. And on that note, please always, 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 always. Oh, and if you would like to support the McCraeKingz platform, there's the Cash App right there. Please send all donations to the TheMKingz. Any donation you make, hey Jonathan, any donation you make to the McCraeKingz goes directly back into our platform. To support our platform and to help us bring you new and better content. On that note, with that being said, I'm going to get out of here because I am thirsty and y'all know I eat ice. I need me some ice right now. And I don't even think it's ready. But anyway, walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. And always, always, always remember to love yourself above all things. And if nobody told you they loved you today, me and Tramel love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. And it's Team McRae all damn day. Later, y'all.